We do love our pets like family, but strata and rental laws on their ownership are a dog's breakfast. Now owners are fighting back.
I love my dog.
Meet Rocky.
He's 3 years old. He's a Maltese cross Shih Tzu. Good boy. Good boy. He's just everything.
Little Louie.
Louis is a brother to our son. We only have one child. He is a playmate.
And this is Rocky too. It's a popular pet name.
We had pictures of him as a puppy on the fridge when he was born. So yes, definitely very much part of the family.
Yeah. All 3 pups call apartments home.
He still gets as much exercise as a dog would in a backyard.
The situations of our apartment residents are changing. We have all different types of people in apartments. And I think that our legislation should be reflective of that, should be moving with the times.
When I first saw you, I knew I had to take you home.
Amanda Farmer is a strata lawyer. When she and her husband bought their apartment in Sydney, it originally had a bylaw for the building banning pets like cats and dogs. They campaigned so they could get lovely Louie.
And we explained to owners the reasons why we thought it was reasonable to change the bylaw to allow residents to keep animals like dogs and cats.
Not everyone is so lucky. 2 of Sydney's biggest apartment towers have banned owners' pets from their building at a tribunal. In a landmark case, resident Joe Cooper initially challenged and won, but the decision was overturned. She could now have to pay almost $250,000 in legal costs, plus a hefty $550 fine for every day she kept Angus, along with the stressful decision to either move the miniature schnauzer out or move on herself.
A blanket ban on pets is unreasonable. The difficulty with our strata law in New South Wales is that a bylaw can be valid if it's unreasonable.
Let's look at society today. It's 2020. Most people living in a city live in an apartment.
For Kate Neubauer, giving up Rocky is not an option. When purchasing her property, she says making sure the building allowed animals was her #1 priority.
It's about enhancing my life just as much as giving him a good life as a pet.
Each state has different regulations for property owners and renters. In Victoria, the tribunal has sided with residents with pets in apartments after a renter won in a recent case, overriding body corporate bylaws. In the Northern Territory and ACT, it's easier for renters to have a pet with legislation favouring tenants. In WA, pet bonds sent renters back up to $260, while property owners in South Australia, Queensland and Tasmania generally allow pets in strata buildings if approved by a committee. Although there are no laws prohibiting furry friends in New South Wales, landlords need to consent for rentals, while some apartment complexes still have tough bylaws enforcing blanket bans on pets.
I think that Australians, or maybe governmental or body corporates, are still living in the past, thinking that you have to have a 3-bedroom house with a backyard and 3/4 of an acre or something to be able to have a pet, and that's just old-fashioned.
Georgina Hosking bought her kids Rocky during COVID-19.
No one has complained. We have actually had offers from our neighbours to babysit him.
Daily walks and ball games on the balcony are now part of the family's daily routine.
It's very, very important that he knows how to sit, he knows how to stay. But that's important whether you live in an apartment or not.
I completely understand a barking dog can be quite annoying.
Danielle Graber's a clinical psychologist at 12 Point Psychology. She uses animal-assisted therapy in her sessions.
The power of animals is huge, and the pain in taking them away is really hard to overcome.
Parting with Rocky, I would never do that. I would move, then give up my dog.
Oh, he's a good boy.